All right, another trade recap for today. Yo, PXRP though. PXRP. Anyway, but yes. So this was my today's trade. I'll be walking through the analysis like I always do. I didn't record yesterday because I didn't take any trades. The market was just chopping and kind of did the same thing today. It was just chopping. So, um, low key moved more during the London session than it did during New York session, which is weird. So going into pre-market, I'm looking at the daily, which I always start at. Um, on the daily, I'm looking at this big imbalance right here. In the market, looking for this to be an area for price to respect. But if you go into the 4 hour, we had a bearish fair value gap that we were also in right here. So I was really trying to catch a trade between these two. I was expecting price to come into this fair value gap and drop into this fair value gap right here. Um, which it had done, and it did fill this fair value gap. All right, fill this fair value gap and go down during a London session. So then I was looking for a continuation to this bullish fair value gap right here on the higher time frames. So that was kind of my bearish bias. So I took this trade off of kind of this chop out. It was just chopping in this area right here. And I was just looking for the confluence to take the short position because my prediction was for price to draw down. So I was looking at this BPR range right here, and I had my PD array out. So I was looking from this swing high to this. Oh, hey, my bad. I was looking from this swing high to this swing low right here, and I entered, I believe, in the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement off of this BPR range right here. It's kind of hard to see. So, can I fill this in to make it a different color? Make it blue. No, make it white. Anyway, so this is that BPR range I was looking at. And so then I was waiting for it to fill above my equilibrium. And I entered when it tapped into that 38.2% retracement. And that's when I entered. So then on my entry, we kind of chopped and then broke up for a little bit, then started to break down, and then price completely disrespected this BPR and moved to my stop loss. So the things I could have done better on this trade was I didn't really I all my confirmation was my daily bias and trading between these imbalances in the market and just looking for a 1 minute setup. Um, there wasn't any liquidity sweeps during this, but you can see that after I took my trade, we ended up sweeping. Um, where's the horizontal line? We ended up sweeping this liquidity up here, so this would have been better. And we ended up retracing to this order block and falling down. So this trade would have been a more ideal trade. I really didn't wait for any like liquidity sweeps confirmation. I was just pretty much, I don't know if it was almost forcing the trade, But I didn't trade yesterday because we really wasn't. The market was chopping. There wasn't really any sweeps of liquidity, and I'm still expecting price to draw down towards this imbalance and fill it more, which it tapped into. So this trade, I think, was minus $275 on my account. I was looking for really like a 1 to 2 RR. I was kind of looking more to fill this imbalance more. So like 1 to 2.5 to 2.3 imbalance. Target these lows and then move my stop loss and then target more of this imbalance. So the trade really wasn't too much of a loss. It was only minus 275 if I go to top step account. Or we were at 50,880. Now we're at like 50,600. So we're about right here. So my win rate is still higher on it's still like 75% on the S&P 500 other trades I've been taking. So I'm not too worried about this trade. It wasn't a bad setup, wasn't ideal. I'll give it about like a B minus since I didn't really have any liquidity sweep confirmation. Because when we did sweep this liquidity, there was a bearish fair value gap at this liquidity sweep. So that would have been a better trade. 6,000, yeah, that would have been a full 20 points. That would have been the trade to take for the day. Obviously, I wasn't looking at it now, or that would have been kind of my setup. I wasn't looking at it during market. I kind of saw this aftermarket. So I really, for this trade, I really just got to be more patient and finding ideal setups that I would like to take, like this one up here, and not take these setups where I really don't have any, I don't have that much confirmation. The market is just chopping. So, um, that was kind of my trade recap for today. Still up on the account. Tomorrow, hopefully, mark price action plays out a little bit better in my favor. So I'll see you in the next one.